Welcome back to Transform Your Mind to Transform Your Life, the podcast. You're listening to 5 Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. Today, I want to talk on the subject using mindfulness as a mental health fitness tool and how to strengthen your mind with life challenges with mindfulness. So, as we start off, I want to bring your attention to the fact that in today's fast paced world, mental fitness is just as important as physical health. We often focus on exercise in our bodies, but neglect to nurture our minds. Mindfulness, a practice rooted in fully present and awareness of the moment, has become an essential tool for mental fitness. Just as lifting weights and building physical strength, mindfulness strengthens the mind, helping us navigate stress, anxiety, and the daily demands of life. So, here's how we can use mindfulness as a mental fitness tool to build resilience, enhance our focus, and improve our overall well being. But first of all, let us define mindfulness. What exactly is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the practice of bringing your full attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about being aware of your thoughts, emotions, and sensations as they occur, rather than letting your mind drift to the past or the future. While it might sound simple, the benefits of mindfulness are profound. And the reason that mindfulness is getting so much play is because 95% of the time, we're not mindful. We don't know that we're breathing, which is why a simple exercise like breathing in or out, or knowing that we're breathing in, knowing that we're breathing out, is one of the foundations of mindfulness because we don't know. We pay no attention. Everything in our body, everything in the world, everything just goes on, and we are conscious 5% of that time. So, mindfulness helps bring your full attention to the present moment. It helps calm the mind, creating mental clarity and emotional balance. It allows you to respond to life challenges thoughtfully rather than acting impulsively and reactionary. As a mental fitness tool, mindfulness trains your brain to focus, reduce stress, and helps you cultivate a greater sense of peace. It's one of the most important practices that you can adopt. And here are some ways that you can use mindfulness as a mental health tool. So, as I mentioned before, life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and being mentally resilient is the key to managing these challenges. Mindfulness teaches you how to stay grounded and centered, even when the world around you is chaotic. So, stress reduction is one of the ways that mindfulness is beneficial because it helps lower your cortisol levels. The hormone associated with stress is cortisol. By focusing on your breath and being aware of the present, mindfulness can help you calm your nervous system. This makes it easier to manage stress without feeling overwhelmed. So, whenever you breathe in and out, and you breathe out longer than you breathe in, you're activating your vagus nerve, which is a nerve that runs from your head to your tail, right? It goes through all your major organs. So once you are able to relax that vagus nerve, then you are activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest system. And that is why almost all meditations start with breathing exercises. So, the other thing that mindfulness does is it is emotional regulation. Mindfulness allows you to observe your emotions without being swept away by them. You become aware of how you're feeling in the moment and can choose how to respond. How many of you know that we're walking around and we're not even aware of our feelings? You ask somebody how they're feeling and they have to think about it because they don't even know. This leads to greater emotional stability and less impulsivity when facing challenges. It helps with cognitive flexibility. As a mental fitness tool, mindfulness enhances cognitive flexibility, which is the ability to switch perspectives and adapt to new situations. And this is essential for problem solving and handling the unexpected with ease. How many of you know that the unexpected always shows up, right? Life is not linear. Okay, so it enhances your focus and your concentration. So, in a world of distractions, the ability to focus is an invaluable skill. When you're juggling multiple tasks at work, studying for an exam, or simply trying to be present in a conversation, which some people have a hard time doing, mindfulness can help you train your brain to concentrate more effectively. It helps to strengthen your attention span. Regular mindfulness practice improves your ability to focus on one task at a time. It teaches your mind to come back to the present when distractions arise. And over time, it improves your attention span and your ability to complete tasks efficiently. Years ago, when the Wii, the Wii, that is the game, was popular, there was an exercise there that I love doing because you sit on the Wii board and you look at, somehow it had this communication between the board and the TV, and there was a candle that I would stare at for several minutes, and if the candle wavered or flickered in the wind, then I know that my concentration wasn't real. And I also did that with a rose. One of the meditation practices was looking at a rose and concentrating because, listen, they call it the monkey mind. When you're meditating, if you can stick to focusing on your breath or focusing on clearing your mind, then you're not going to be able to meditate properly. So, this was one of the ways that you can build your concentration to help you meditate better and also to focus on projects, that, yeah, you're able to focus on one thing until you've completed it. So, focus is one thing. Boosting productivity is the next thing. By training your mind to stay focused, you can increase your productivity. Of course, if you focus, you complete jobs, right? When you're fully present and engaged in the task at hand, you're less likely to make mistakes and more likely to get things done quickly. Another one, mindfulness helps to reduce mental fatigue. Constantly shifting between tasks or being distracted by thoughts can lead to mental exhaustion. You're tired and you don't even know why you're tired. That's because your brain is doing all the work. So, mindfulness helps declutter your mind, giving you the mental energy and space to sustain focus throughout the day. One of the big ones, of course, and I think I've touched on it before, is it improves your self-awareness. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for developing greater self-awareness, which is crucial for mental fitness. When you're mindful, you become more attuned to your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors. This self-awareness is the foundation for personal growth and emotional intelligence. You got to start there. And another word for self-awareness is consciousness. Are you conscious of what's going on around you? Are you conscious of how you're feeling? Are you conscious of what you're thinking about? Most of the times, the thoughts just play and play and play and loop, and we are not conscious about what's going on. Mindfulness also allows you to recognize patterns. If you're conscious and you're aware, then you're going to recognize patterns when you're in a loop. What triggers you? What's going on with you? It's great to recognize, the patterns of your thoughts and your behaviors. Are you constantly thinking negatively? Are you reacting to stress in unhealthy ways? Mindfulness shines a light on these habits, allowing you to change them, right? One of the foundations of coaching is that you can't change what you don't know about. what you're not clear of. You first have to be clear, has to have some clarity. And this is so important because, like I said, we have about 60,000 thoughts bubbling up in our minds every day. And if you learn to pay attention to these thoughts, you can try to influence what you think about. Yes. If you know that, you're always thinking of what somebody did to you 20 years ago, then when that thought comes up, you might try to replace it with something because you're aware of it, right? And you know that when you think about what that person does to you, it brings you negative energy and you start to feel bad. So that's one of the things that you can start doing. Change the way you think, right? Yeah, one of the things I loved about Dr. Dwayne Dwyer is that's what he talked about. Positive thoughts change your whole world, change your whole day. Mindfulness also allows you to make mindful decision making, right? You are mindful of what you're doing, mindful of what you're thinking, mindful about the decisions you make. You're not just making them haphazardly. It encourages you to approach your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This can lead to greater self compassion, helping you treat yourself with kindness and understanding rather than harsh self criticism. Some people do that. One of the big things about mindfulness is that it's a tool for managing anxiety and depression. So most people struggle with anxiety and depression, both of which can cloud the mind and make daily function and decisions difficult. Again, you're in a negative space, you're in a negative cycle. These are not positive thoughts when you have anxiety and depression. So mindfulness is a proven tool for managing these mental health challenges, offering them a way to break the cycle of overthinking and emotional overwhelm. So grounding yourself in the present is one of the things of mindfulness. We talk about knowing that you're breathing in, knowing that you're breathing out, foundation of mindfulness, right? So when you ground yourself in the present, it releases anxiety because what is anxiety? It's about the past and the future. Nothing is happening in the present moment most times that you need to be anxious about. So mindfulness anchors you in the present moment, helping you to quiet anxious or depressive thoughts. It also creates space between your thoughts and your reactions. When you practice mindfulness, you're going to create a space between your thoughts and your emotional reactions. This gives you the ability to absorb your thoughts without becoming consumed by them, which can significantly reduce anxiety and depressive symptoms. I do a meditation that they said, think about your thoughts of colored balloons and just watch them float up in the sky. And you don't get behind them, you don't get in front of them, you just watch them go by. It's very hard to do, but again, this is a practice. All right. Practicing non-attachment. Mindfulness teaches you to observe your thoughts and feelings without attaching too much meaning to them, like those colored balloons I talked about. This helps you recognize that your thoughts are temporary and that you don't have to act or believe every thought that enters your mind. This was something that I had to learn because people think that what they think about is true, but your mind spins all kinds of stuff that it's not true, right? So you've got to learn to not to pay attention to it. So here are some simple ways to incorporate mindfulness into your daily routines, and it should be daily, like meditation, right? So mindfulness meditation is that and you can reap the benefits of mindfulness meditation without having to sit for hours, like Deepak Chopra talks, like 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night. You can reap the benefits of mindfulness meditation like 5 minutes or even 1 minute. All it does is ground yourself, come back to the present moment. So incorporate it into your daily routine. So the first one I want to share is mindful breathing. Take a few minutes each day to focus on your breath. Inhale deeply, hold it for a moment, and exhale slowly. This simple practice helps you calm your mind and bring awareness to the present. One of my favorite ones is breathing for 4, hold for 4, and breathe out for 6. Now, I was listening to someone say the other day, breathing for 4, hold for 6, and breathe out for 8, because they want you to double your breathing in. Either one, even if it's 5, once it's longer than your inhale, it's going to quiet your nervous system. And you can do this even at a traffic stop. It takes seconds to do, right? So it helps you bring your awareness back to your body and the present moment. Now, another one that I do in mindful meditation is your body scan. I use this to fall asleep. So spend a few minutes each day checking your body, scanning from the top of your head and work your way down, noticing and relaxing all the parts of your body. And if there's tension or if there's pain, then you put some focus on it and you will notice that the pain melts away. It really works. And this practice helps you to connect with your physical body and release stress, which is why I use it most times to fall asleep. Mindful walking. This is something that I started doing myself. When you're out for a walk, pay attention to the sensations of your step. See your foot hitting the pavement. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the rhythm of your stride and absorb your surroundings with curiosity. I do a daily meditation that I got from Thich Nhat Hanh, in which I say, yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because that's in line with my steps, right? And you're breathing in and you're breathing out. I breathe into yes, yes, yes. And I breathe out to thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, I mean, I'm meditating in the park as I'm walking. Gratitude. This is one of the best things to put you in a positive mood, positive energy. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. This simple mindfulness practice shifts your focus towards positivity and helps train your mind to appreciate the present moment. And we all have stuff that we can be grateful about. If you can't think of anything other than life, then that's just good enough. But we all have your eyes, like Thich Nhat Hanh. His meditation is thank you for my eyes. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you for, the air. Yeah, be grateful for things around you. Thank you that you can walk, your feet, right? Those are simple things. You don't even have to be, most of you are in a house, with a roof over your head. You can get up out of your bed and walk to the bathroom. That is something to be grateful for. Okay. So, in conclusion, mindfulness is more than a mental exercise. It's a powerful tool for cultivating mental fitness, resilience, and self awareness. By incorporating mindfulness into your daily life, you'll strengthen your mind, enhance your focus, and gain the clarity needed to navigate life's challenges with confidence. Like any other fitness routine, the more you practice mindfulness, the stronger your mental muscles become. And with time and consistency, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle stress, improve your focus, and live a more fulfilling present life. They say being in the present is a present, and it's very, very true, right? Be in the present moment. Pay attention to what you're doing, how you're eating. A lot of us eat without knowing that we're chewing. We're not tasting the food, we're just eating. So these are all things that you can do, even if it's for a few moments per day, and it builds that muscle. So, yes. So, thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of 5 Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. I wanted to share with you one of the things that I use in my daily routine to keep me present, keep me energized, keep me grateful, keep me not reacting so much anymore, and makes me calmer. And that's mindfulness. So thanks again. And if you want to, I would love for you to like, share, and leave a comment on this topic today. So thanks again. Until next time, namaste.